to Uganda Police Force that today Suna is behind bars, and today PLU members are free at Katikati. I don't know if they've moved away from Katikati. So shame on Uganda Police Force for double standards. So as Elam Dada said, please request for the microphone if you want to talk. We must discuss this unfairness. I think for me, I will encourage people from all walks of life in Uganda who want to address the topic to speak. Please speak freely. Me, I will protect your right to speak. If you want to insult Muhozi, like me, you're welcome to do that. That is what this space is created for. If you want to insult the Uganda police, fine. If you want to say bad words like Comrade Brayo just did, you're welcome to. Your freedom of speech is protected on this Twitter space, I think, but that will be within the ambit of free speech. We are also respectful to each other so that we don't continue hurting other Ugandans who could actually be comrades and allies. It's very easy for a person from PLU to join us if we don't only attack them, but we reason and we debate with them. That is what happens in civilized, polite society, that people can belong to different tribes, different religions, different political parties, different protest movements, and speak respectfully to each other, to convince each other about each other's causes. So for me, my most important cause right now is that Comrade Suna is released. We are anxious for updates from people on the ground who've been able to access him, if we have managed to get a lawyer to him, if he's going to be taken to court, or if indeed he's being released by the police. Really, maybe we should pressure, all of us should tweet to Uganda police demanding the release of Suna, so he'll be released on police bond and not released via court. That's an immediate strategy we could do, that we all tweet to Uganda Police Force demanding for the release of Comrade Suna. But Elam Dada, I don't see any other requests for microphones. Please request for the microphone if you want to speak. Otherwise, I'll return the conversation to you, Elam Dada.
Thank you, my co-host, Dr. Stella. I want to remind our listeners, everyone on the call, that sureties are needed at CPS or Buganda Road Magistrates Court. If you are around that place and you can access an LC later, it would be of much help. What you need to do is contact Good Girl. I think Good Girl, Dr. Morgan has told us that she is on ground, and later probably if she can pick up the mic, she will also give us exactly what is going on. But even if you have the LC later and you're around, you can contact even myself, and then I can share numbers with you of people you can call to share these details with, so that you can help the current situation. Because what we know is, if he's taken to court, then definitely they will be needing sureties, and that is something that is not stand by. And court, it has always been identifying people who are doing it repeatedly. So we want as many different people as possible to keep turning up, in this pursuit of trying to fight for our right of protesting. Because someone said before that it is so hard to protest in Uganda and we should just let it go. I don't think that is the right approach. The right approach is fight for the freedom. Let it be there. You need to fight for that space. And this is what we are now trying to do. That a person like Suna, who has been roughed up like that, we need to use our tools to make sure that, those people who have carried out the action and what they want to achieve in taking him for a long imprisonment behind bars, is stopped. And this is what we're trying to do here. If we can identify, people who can help physically be on ground and help in the issue of getting sureties, then that will be so positive. So, guys, feel free to pick up the mic and talk to us about the current situation. We've had words exchanged by some of the speakers, depending on, as regards PLU and, how they qualify to even protest. Someone was saying they don't even qualify, they're not supposed to protest. But yeah, it is what it is. I hope everyone has put out their feeling out there for us to listen and judge accordingly. I would like to read what I'm seeing in the comment section as we wait for more speakers to grab the mic. Apollens. Apollens has said that PLU has no moral authority to even speak on this space for sure. And he has asked Munyiga Kodi. Tusiwa tunyiga nnyo nnyo ne tukoowa ne tugamba owaayi katukakanemuko osanga kye kinaakola. Rise Up Acholi has said it is sad to note that Suna King. It is sad to note this. Suna King, but highly expected. Let's demand for his immediate release, like he would have in any case any one of us got arrested. Yes, I think that is so valid. Suna is one of the person who would have been on the front line trying to help anyone who is wrongfully arrested. So it is only courteous, for us to do the same. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to cough, so I turned off my mic. So my co-host, when you see me pausing, please you take over immediately because I have a terrible cough. But we have to continue. So thank you for that message, Rise Up Acholi. Guys, this is why the space is on, and this is why we are trying as much as possible to make sure that wherever Suna is, he's comfortable, and the processes of trying to take him to, remand are all thwarted. This is what we're trying to do on this space. And I'm sure when Good Girl gets time and clear space to talk to us, she'll give us update on what is going on. But for the meantime, let us listen to Rise Up Acholi. As most of you prepare to pick up the mic, you can ask for the mic by, pressing where that mic is, When you look at the interface, you see where the microphone is. Request for the mic. Anyone is free to give their feeling, their submission on the current matter. You can now talk to us, Rise Up Acholi.
Well, thank you, Dada, and also for the response. This is the exact thing that Suna will be doing. Yes, I would have gotten to the same situation. And now, I was overview. I don't know how that is possible, much as some of us might not be practically available. But if we counteract this police arrest and we gather people around and we go to CPS and we stand there and demand for his immediate release. I don't know how that will be brought in, and if we can have enough number and we go with that, that would be something which might make a difference. Because what I know, one thing the law does provide for is if, for instance, I find that my head is not functioning well, that I'm prone to committing crime, I'm at liberty to go to any police station, for this case would be CPS, to be detained so that I do not proceed to cause any chaos. Now, we would be doing this in in solidarity, saying in solidarity with our brother Suna, who is inside there detained. So instead of him being there when he was standing for all of us, if it is any way possible, we would gather and go and stand there. If the police cannot release him, then we'll be like, okay, just let us all be inside here together with him. And if that is something that we can work on, it will be good. But I just don't know what would be the response and the turn up of members outside here. But that's what I wanted to share. Otherwise, thank you. Let's keep gathering. Let's keep pushing. And let's keep demanding until he is released. Because he's not the victim. He's not the problem. The real issue is the order is not being complied with. The same thing, some people were demanding for the Iron Sheet saga. You remember what happened? Those people were demanding for this the culprits to be punished. They were the one who were arrested and detained. I don't know whether they have been released already, but we should not allow this kind of thing to keep happening in our watch. So let's keep trying to do all the way possible, and we see that Suna is out of that cell as soon as possible. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I want to resound this information that if you have an LC letter and you are near Kampala or Wakiso, anywhere near that, please DM Good Girl. She's right here in this space, and you can help in freeing one of our comrades. Could not even be today. We will need, your help if you are a person who is ready for, to fight for this right of ours. And I believe every right-thinking Ugandan, should be, even those who profess to be in PLU, they should be able to fight for this space, just like someone said here. People need to make sure that there are bare minimums that have to exist, like protesting. That should be something that every Ugandan should fight for, so that we get it and use our right very, very well. I'm going to encourage you guys to request for the mic. Thank you, Rise Up Acholi, for that submission. I'm going to request all the other people on the space who can speak to kindly ask for the mic. You just have to press on the mic prompt, and then we'll be able to accept you here. Yes. My co-host, are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here. And I don't see any other requests for the microphone, but yes, Lapa Leon's hand is up. Lapa, you will speak. I want to encourage Wounded Ugandan who had a lot to type, if it's possible for him to come, him, her, I think, let's see, him to come and request for the microphone and speak freely about whatever they want to talk about, because clearly there's a lot of anger expressed in the comments that Wounded Ugandan made. But anybody else who wants to speak, this is your space. And yes, Lapa Leonard Gideon, you're welcome to address us.
Okay, members have been listening, but the truth about this is that I've been following this ever since I remember the March to Parliament protest. They are over-arresting our people, but now the question is, how can we end this? Because this thing won't end today. We are going to continue sending sureties to court, but this kind of act is not going to end today. So what can we do about this? Now let's start discussing on solutions to this kind of problem. What can we do? And the co-host and the host to help me understand what can we do, because even if we can't let him out today, tomorrow they'll arrest another person. And I don't know also, I think when we are going to organize a protest, we should, I think people, they should inform us, because some of us are willing, but now we just hear, you just open your handle that they have arrested so and so on TV. Some people are protesting. At least if they could inform us. But when you just go alone out there, things are not easy, because Ugandans have changed. No one wants to help. Everyone minds their business because they know what's next your protest doesn't change anything, but in the actual world, this really changes something. But now out there, people are minding their business, and I want us to now discuss on how we can solve this. What can we do about this? Because this thing is continuing. PLU, they are untouched, but the opposition or people who are just anyway, if you are not connected to the government, any of us are victims of this kind of crime. They will arrest us, they will detain us, and as much as we provide sureties, this won't end. I think we should now start discussing on how we can change this how we can change this and how can we respond to this so that it can cause a real impact to the government so that they can know that, hey, if we do this, this can happen. Instead of just now discussing on how to help others, because we shall help today, tomorrow, and it seems they are saying that we are weak and there's nothing else we can do after they have done this to us. That is now what I want us to discuss, what we can do to end this vice. Thank you. I'm listening.
Thank you for raising the question. And yes, I hear you. I wonder if you want to start off possible solutions. I mean, you said you would like the host and co host to help you find answers, but do you have any thoughts? How can we address the question how can we stop the impartial or the selective police allowance of protests? Do you have any answers?
Okay, about that is the truth is what I can only say is that I think if we have a collective demonstration, yeah, after educating the masses, that what the impact of this demonstration will lead us to. Because the truth about life is maybe that's why I'm asking for some answers. Maybe you people have some other ways. But me currently, I see the kind of government we have is a horrible government that he cannot accept this. I even don't think the president is happy with PLU. The president is going to backlash. Those guys are just joking around and they think life is a movie. Let's wait and see. But all I want is the biggest deal is when we educate people about the importance of these things, because Ugandans have given up. There's no Ugandan who wants to, someone has their business and wants to participate in such. Everyone has given up. So I want what I can say is if we start educating people about the importance of these demonstrations, so that by the time we are heading there, people's mindset have changed and people are really willing. But currently, I don't see that. Everyone you tell this, they say their own things. Everyone, I think that is my first suggestion. But I'm waiting for more answers because the country is, we are really going to, we are really going to a season that I think almost all of us will be arrested and there will not be sureties for any of us. Thank you.
Right. So, I mean, I hear you. I totally hear you. You asked some questions around why is it that you are not aware of the protest that was that Comrade Suna organized, and you just woke up to see his arrest. Um, and I want to say to that because you're calling that we should tell people about protests, so that when we tell them, we advertise them, we educate people about protesting, then there will be numbers. And I have two answers to that. One is yes, you're right. We need to do more in terms of advertising, raising awareness about different causes that we want to protest about. That's true. However, I also want to say that I've been part of different protest movements in Uganda for a long time, and many times we actually tell people we're going to have a protest. I don't know, Lapa, if you have been to any of the protests I called when I was in Uganda, when I was in Kampala, when I was at Makerere, when I was working with traders, when I was working with sex workers, when I was working against the kidnap and murder of women in Wakiso and PG, I've had so many protests. And many times, people who don't participate in protests that we have organized are the first people who say, "Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell me?" Okay. So there was the most recent protest